Hi, welcome to Path to Awakening. I'm Kelly, and I'm your host. And today we're talking money, honey. Are you constantly worried about money? Are you thinking, you can't afford this, you can't afford that, everything's expensive. I want to go on a vacation, but I can't afford that. These are feelings and emotions and beliefs of lack. But where do we get these from? We get these from our families, our parents, okay? Whatever we heard about finances growing up is what we absorb and what we play out moving forward in our own lives. Even if our parents never said or spoke the words, I can't afford this week or whatever. Maybe they'd even, you'd see them, you'd be walking by the kitchen or something and you'd see them sitting at the kitchen table and they've got the bills spread out on the table. I'm talking old school, okay? And they've got the checkbook out and they're just trying to figure everything out. And you see that and it's imprinted in your mind. And that's where we get our beliefs about our finances and our financial beliefs. And like I said, even if they never spoke about it out loud to you, it's there because you've seen it. When your thoughts are constantly centered in lack, limitation, scarcity, not having enough, again, like I always say, our minds are very powerful, and that's exactly what you attract to you. And you'll say, okay, so what do I do? You want me to just say, okay, I've got money, I've got money. Well, no, it's not going to work because if you don't believe it, it's not going to work. Another thing that holds you back too is fear. Fear is the biggest thing that holds us back from doing anything. And fear holds us back from having abundance in our lives. And the funny thing is too, not only does fear hold us back from having that money, because with success you get money, but it's also sometimes we fear success. What is our belief system we have about success? What's going to happen to me if I'm successful and I have this money? Like it's a really, really strange thing, but it's like sometimes we are afraid of success, which in turn keeps the money from us too. It's just something within us. Like story time. Okay. I remember when I used to be in film and television, and I remember the first time that I started earning money from commercials, okay? And I was hot. Ooh, the checks were big. And at this point, I was not living at home, but I was going to visit my parents and my mom and dad. My mom was very proud of me. And she was just like, oh my gosh, I saw you. My father, on the other hand, all right, I remember the first check that I brought in. And what happened was I brought in a combination of, I think I brought in 3 different checks. And they came to just under 6 figures. And that was just from doing commercials. And I was so proud of myself. I was just like, look what I have accomplished. Look what this little black girl from this small town who back then when they were doing commercials, people weren't looking for people like me, but I had to make myself known and I did, and I was successful. And I remember bringing that check home and showing my parents, and my mom was so happy. She was so proud of me. And to this day, I can still remember the look on my dad's face. And it was one of there was no happiness there. It was almost a sense of jealousy. How come you can make all that money and I can't? And in a way, it kind of sat with me and kind of, at first I thought to myself, okay, well, if my dad doesn't like me and I'm successful, then nobody's going to like me. And I started going down that slippery slope. And then I went, no, this isn't about them. This is about me. And I started working on that. I removed that picture, that face that I saw that my father gave me. And I went, I'm not letting myself be held back because of what he thinks, because he couldn't do it for himself. And he could have if he wanted to, but he chose not to. And all of the things that he was thinking about himself, all of the feelings of not being good enough, not being able to support his family, which he did support us, but he had never seen checks like the checks that I had brought in. And that got him. And I could have gone on and I could have let that picture of my father's face pull me back. Because again, too, like I said, when you are on a certain path, devil energy will try to pull you off that path. And I could have been pulled off my path by just the look on my father's face and said, okay, well, you know what? And start self-sabotaging so that I wouldn't get the roles and I wouldn't get the work. But I chose not to do that. I chose to see it for what it was and continue to move forward. And trust me too, our relationship was never good and it didn't get any better. But I was not going to hold myself back and not be the best that I could be and earn what I needed to earn for myself because it was going to make him feel good or bad about himself. I couldn't do that. So again, like I said, what happens is a lot of that comes from our core beliefs and what we see from our families. Don't let fear hold you back from moving forward. Don't let those thoughts of what if? What if I lose my friends because I'm successful and I'm making all this money? Well, then they're not your friends, are they? Friends want to see friends succeed and be successful and do what it is that they love. And another thing too is that when you are doing what it is that you truly love to do, when it's your passion, when it's your life's purpose, that's when the money comes in. It's not a job. It's not something that you wake up in the morning and you think, oh my gosh, I got to go and do this and blah, blah, blah. No, it's not about that. And that's how you choose your life's purpose. That's how you choose your path moving forward, your job, whatever it is that you want to do. If it brings you joy and it brings you happiness and you hop out of bed and you just say, I can't wait to do the sound today. I can't wait to get behind that camera today. I can't wait to run that, whatever it is. Okay, whatever it is, that's your passion. Your passion is your money, honey. Do what it is that you love to do. Do what you love to do, and that's where you'll make your money. That's where everything just opens up for you. Because when you are feeling in lack, your vibrational energy, and everything is energy too, and know that energy is everything, and everything is energy. Money is energy. And what happens too is sometimes we project a negative energy onto money. When we go to pay for something, we're like, our heart starts pounding and we're like, oh my God, okay, I'm going to do this. Do you never notice? I don't know. I used to do this myself sometimes, but I used to start sweating. I used to break out into a flop sweat. And I'm like, okay, oh God, I hope I have enough in my account. Here's my debit card. No. Because what you're doing is you're lowering that vibrational energy and you're putting fear into the money. Money is just energy. Money is just paper that we use for transactions. It's a transaction. That's all it is. So take that fear away from it and have the knowledge that whatever you put out, whatever energy that you put out money-wise, Spirit, God, universe has always got your back and Spirit will replenish that. I envision it as like a Ferris wheel or a wheel. And it comes from Spirit, God, universe, and it comes down to me, and then it continues and it goes right back up. So it's always turning. So when you're going to pay for something, and like I said, you're paying for it with that, the energy, the vibration. No. You pay for that with confidence. you take that card, and the thing is too, you're going to watch what you purchase. You're not just going to say, okay, well, that lady on the podcast said I'm just going to go and I'm going to buy this, and look at that, she said I can buy this because the money's going to come back. No, it doesn't work like that. You're not going to go out and just buy willy-nilly. Buy what you need, not what you want. Be discerning. You're not just going to go crazy. Okay, you're not going to just go crazy. And the thing is, too, a lot of that is learned from what we saw in our homes as well. You know, how our parents saw money, how they spent money. And we just take that and then we just continue that in our lives. But it doesn't have to be like that. It doesn't have to stay that way. Another thing is, too, do you know when you worry about money, the word worry is a form of prayer. Whatever it is that you are thinking about, say, for example, again, say you wanted when you were younger and you wanted a bike, and all you could think about was, oh my gosh, I want this bike. And you've told your parents, I want this bike. You've got the bike on the brain, and Christmas morning, there's the bike. All right? God, please bring me this bike. Whatever it is, whatever it was. All right? When you worry about something, universe doesn't differentiate whatever it is between good or bad, whatever. Universe just sees what's in here and says, oh, so you're worried about money. Let me give you something to worry about. Car breaks down, okay? House repairs need to be done all at the same time. Everything will happen at once. Why? Because it's in here. It's in here. So again, too, it's about learning to heal those core beliefs that you've been carrying with you regarding your finances, regarding money, things that you have learned from your folks that are just ingrained within you, that now you are out into the world, you don't have to continue that cycle of lack. All right? It's everything that is for you will be for you. There's nothing to fear about money. Money it's and the thing is too, it's like, we put so much, well, the thing is, what are the two things that we want most? Love and money. And when you're thinking there is never enough, there never will be enough. So again, too, like I said, it's about changing that mindset about what it is that you want and going for it. And knowing, too, also, that a lot of these beliefs that we have regarding lack in finance, do you know it's ancestral? Do you know that whatever you're thinking about money, that chances are, obviously, your mother thought the same thought. Her parents thought the same thing. It's a generational thing. It's an ancestral thing. And what it is that it's we come into this life, and that's part of the spiritual thing with money as well. We come into this life carrying the weight of our ancestors. They sometimes call it an ancestral curse. I don't like to use the word curse, but we carry ancestral baggage with us. So whatever it was that our ancestors were carrying with us regarding love, money, relationships, whatever, and they haven't healed them, we are carrying them with us on our backs into this life. What is happening now is we are now starting to be called forward to start healing the generations from the past. So how do we do that? We do that by working on healing those issues, allowing them, acknowledging them for what they are, bringing them to the surface, and working on them. And it's not going to be just a one-day thing. It's not going to be like, okay, I meditated, okay, money is here, and it's here. It's not about that, all right? It took you years. It's taken your ancestors have gone through this. Trust me, they have, or else you wouldn't have it today. And it's not going to take just someone telling you, okay, think this way, and boom, it happens. It's work. It is work. It is getting rid of those beliefs that you've had and held for so long. And that's pretty much, I think, what happened with my family, with my dad, because when he saw that I was breaking that ancestral baggage, it triggered him. And know, too, that devil energy, and I don't want to say devil energy in a bad way about my father, but people will try to hold us back because they don't want us to have more than they have. They don't want to see us elevate. They want to keep us down at their level with them. They don't want to see us be, they've got this picture in their mind of what they see you as. And when they see you start to elevate, no, you're coming back down. And unfortunately, that's what my father tried to do to me. And at that time, even though I wasn't aware of it, instinctively within myself, I knew that was not going to happen. I was on my path, I was on my journey, and I'm going to keep going. And if you feel that it bothers you that much and you do not wish to be a part of my success, I will accept that. I'm okay with that. I'm not going to bring myself back just to please you, to make you feel better about yourself. So no, yes, universe, spirit, devil energy will try to hold you back, keep you down, keep you in a spiral of just, there's not enough. I'm scared. Where am I going to get this from next week? How am I going to pay my bills? How am I going to pay the mortgage? No. In your mind, you've already paid that mortgage. In your mind, those bills are paid. All your debts are paid in full. You're not on the same level. You're not on that timeline that they are on, that they are still on. And that's what's happening right now with everything in this world right now. That's what's happening. There's this energy on this planet of just lack, scare, people losing their jobs, and there's all this stuff going on, and people are worried, and people are just, oh my God. In my mind, nope, I don't see that. I'm not afraid. I've chosen to work on that healing within myself, and I'm focused on what it is I choose to focus on, and I'm focused on my abundance. Let others think the way they think. If they want to think that way, it works for them, it works for them. But it doesn't work for you. You've got plans. You've got things that you want to do and things that you want to accomplish. Don't let other people come in and pull you off course. Don't let that devil energy come in and take away your abundance. Don't let that devil energy come in and leave you fearful and scared and living in that sense of lack. No. We were meant to rise. We are meant to be the best that we can be. We are meant to have everything that we've ever wanted. The only thing that holds us back is ourselves. So let's get rid of the fear and let's focus on what it is that we truly want. And we want abundance for our lives. We want abundance for everyone, not just for us. There's no reason why somebody should have more than you. We should all have the same. So change the thought pattern. Change what you're thinking. All right? Get rid of the fear and allow the abundance to come to you. That's it for today. I think I'm done. Okay. Now let's do a little clearing, on a little cleanse for ourselves. So what we're going to do is we are going to close our eyes. And if you are sitting down, that's perfect. And if you are laying down, that's perfect too. If you're sitting down, please place your hands, palms up on your lap. I'm going to put my hands here to give you the energy. And we're just going to do a little cleanse and just an acknowledgement of we've received the message, we've heard the message. You're going to take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. Deep breath in and breathe out. And breathe in and breathe out. And we're going to open the crown chakra, the top of the head. Flip that garbage can open. All right? And we're going to visualize a white light from above, from source, from universe. That white light of energy coming in to the tops of our head, top of a head. And some of you may feel something. You may feel pins and needles. You could feel heat. Maybe you're feeling movement. Whatever you're feeling, that's okay. Until now, it's just disappeared. And as it's going back up to source, you're going to close that lid. Close that garbage can. Close the lid. And now you're going to visualize roots growing from the soles of your feet down into the earth. And I don't know if you can feel this, but for me, I can feel pins and needles in the soles of my feet, just feeling the energy from the earth. And what we're doing there is we're just grounding our energy. Because we are so up in the head, sometimes it just makes you feel a little dizzy and you feel a little off kilter. So what we're doing now is we're just bringing that energy down to earth and grounding ourselves in the earth. Perfect. And you're going to take another deep breath. And breathe out. One more. Breathe in. And breathe out. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes and come back. Thank you. You're in the money, honey. See you next time.